having such a glorious day. If not, do understand and get your day, your life is going to get better once you think twice. Your day, your life is going to get better once you change your perception. Honey, today we doing the smoothie. All right. I have wrote on my journal, well, my goal sheet for me to do a smoothie today. And this is like self-love. Okay. So I'm doing me a smoothie. Hold on one second. Okay, so lately there's been a lot of chatter going on within myself far as are you willing? Okay, are you willing? So many people they desire their lives to change. Are you willing? So today I had went to the supermarket, right? I had went there mainly to get this peanut butter. Well, I told you guys last time, this in your smoothie is like no other. And that's word to the mother and the brother. This is so good. Okay. So this is peanut butter with honey. Child delightful. It's by Justin's, and I think this one was $8.59, but it's the bigger size. Really, really good. Okay. So at the supermarket, I also had went there to get some heavy cream so I could make my youngest son, he loves salmon. Okay. I mean, this salmon right here, my youngest son, he could eat this whole thing. Okay. Now, I had got that from Lidl yesterday. And so I said, you know what? Today I'm gonna make my children like Alfredo. Okay, Alfredo with salmon and stuff like that. So I went to go get some heavy whipping cream. Honey, you got to do what works for you, child. Okay, do what works for you. All right. So I said I needed to get these different things from the supermarket and stuff like that. So I got the things, and I said that I'm doing a smoothie today, right? Because lately I've been writing down for my goals. I wrote down smoothie, my intake of water and stuff like that. Okay, we leveling up over here. Okay, all right. So I went to the supermarket today, and are you willing? You can't ask for change if you're not willing. to do something different. If you're not willing to be the change that you are asking for, honey, you can count that change goodbye. Okay. So what happened was I'm in the supermarket and my intuition, I'm going back and forth in the supermarket. Okay. 1 minute I'm looking for the garlic, get the garlic. Then I'm going to the next aisle. Then I forgot, I got to get onions. So I got to go back to the produce aisle. So I'm going back and forth. Okay. If somebody's looking at me, they probably like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Right. So I'm going back and forth. And then it was this lady. And for some reason, my intuition said, go ask her. Well, actually, it said, give her your social media, right? And this is what tends to happen. What goes on, okay? When you say you want your life to change, you get these downloads, and the downloads are ideas. And that's exactly what money is. Money is an idea, okay? And so, I go down the aisle, and I'm like, I'm not going to ask her that, right? But I told you guys, that I've been doing radical action for so much. It is a habit now. It's a habit. It's like my intuition won't allow me not to do it because it's going to keep on saying stuff, right? So I'm like, I'm not going up to that lady. I'm not doing it. Go down the aisle. And what did I get? I think I got the peanut butter or something. I forgot exactly what I did. Okay. So then my intuition is like, go up to the, I'm like, all right. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it already. Okay. So I goes up to the lady. Oh my goodness. Now this lady, I thought she was, a little younger. Okay. And that's another thing. Stop thinking that because you are a certain age that you may not be able to, and this is maybe why my intuition told me to do this for this message right here. Stop feeling like because you're a certain age, one, you can't receive information from somebody that's younger than you. That's one. And in a lot of cases, you may not be receptive to information from people that's younger than you. That's one. Then two, stop feeling like because you're young, you don't have what that person may need, that older person. Let me tell you, because that's not true. That is not, let me tell you something, child. That is not true. Okay. So goes up to the lady. I know this lady was like, goes up to the lady and I said, excuse me, how you doing? Do you have social media? And she was like, oh, no, whatever. And I said, oh, okay, have a nice day. And that was it. That was it. Now, my intuition could have told me to do that because sometimes, when your intuition tell you to do stuff and you follow along with it and do what your intuition told you to do. And then you like, well, why would my intuition tell me to do that? I didn't see nothing change. I didn't see the lady say she has social media. It can be offer a message. It can be, you on social media and delivering this message now, letting people know to take the leap out on faith, letting people to know that they're going to have to challenge themselves. It can be all because of that. It can be all because of that. Now, when I did it, when I was, going up to the lady, the idea in my mind wasn't, oh, well, let me go on social media. No, the idea was like, why is my intuition telling me to do this? But I know how my intuition is. It has never let me down. It never lets me down. And so although the ego, logic, right, is telling you, don't do that. Don't go up to that person. Don't do that. The fastest way to build your self-confidence, the fastest way and effective way to build your self-confidence, challenge yourself. You know why you walk around timid, shy, scared? Is because you don't challenge yourself. That's why you walk around timid and shy and scared and afraid. You don't challenge yourself. And of course, you don't challenge yourself. You're going to get the same exact thing from life. So here it is, you walking around asking God, oh, I want my life to change. Only if I receive more money, only if my income goes up. And God gives you so many ideas. So many throughout the day. So many ideas, so many, an abundance of ideas, so many ideas. Sometimes I'm like, all right, I get, you guys see me upload, and those are all ideas. Let me say it again, because I don't think you guys heard me. Let me say it again. You guys see me uploading. I do sometimes 15 to 23 videos a day. You see me uploading all those videos. Those are ideas. Those are ideas. That's how it looks. See, this is what you want. You want your income to go up, right? And you thinking of it as, I won't. This is some of you guys. You feel like that is so silly. I'm not going to do that. And you know who is not silly too? To the person that does it. And their income and their life and everything, and it changes for the best. Because you're not willing to be obedient. That's exactly why you are currently where you are. Because you're not willing to move. You're not willing to do something different. And I don't care if you want Section 8 government assistance or anything like that. If you start working with the laws of this here universe, I guarantee you your life is going to change. It may not, it's not going to change overnight, but let me tell you something about life. You ain't ready for this one. You ain't ready for this video. Okay? You gotta be ready for this. Okay? You gotta be ready for it. Now we're gonna go in with some almond milk. Okay, I had got this from Dollar Tree. This from last month. Okay, I brought about a few of these, honey. Hold on, let me just check. Okay, it's November 2025. Okay, 1 second, child. All right, now. You don't move on the ideas. You don't act on the ideas. You're not ready to level up. Okay? You want this, you say you want different, but you know how you know if you really want different, you're gonna do different. You ain't gonna give a damn if that thing scare you. You ain't gonna give a damn. Okay, we putting our bananas in. I might as well just use all these bananas. Okay. I'm in a place of my life right now where as though I've been listening to Budget Mom, okay, reading books like Finance Literacy for Dummies. I don't like the title of that. Okay, for the dummies part, I don't like that title. But I've been reading books like that, and also listening to Budget Mom, okay, pertaining to budget financing. All right, let me tell you something. If you really say you want different, guess what? You're gonna be doing different. You're not gonna be making these excuses. You don't have time, dang, you got a lot on your plate right now. You ain't gonna make those excuses. You ain't gonna make those excuses. Woo, God darn it, God damn it, look at this. All right, family, 1 second. I gotta get this stuff up. I done hit this so hard. The damn berries done came out. 1 second. Honey had the berries all over. Well, not actually all over. This is it spray. All right, had to clean out that dustpan. All right. Okay, now you got to be willing to do. Okay, let me see if I. Okay. All right. Now you gotta be willing. You gotta be willing. You know, I'm so happy I got this peanut butter. Oh gosh, I know some people. Oh gosh, honey, you gotta be happy, okay? God darn it. That's the problem. You're miserable. Don't want to be happy. Don't want nobody else to be happy. Upset because people happy. Isn't that the craziest thing? Well, I used to be one of those. I used to be one of those people, you know, be upset because somebody else smiling. What the heck you smiling for? Why are you so happy? And you see, that's some of the questions I would ask. I would ask that to be, why are you so happy? What you so happy for? As if happiness is a crime. Tell, I can't make this up. Okay, if I'm lying, I'm flying. And I ain't got no darn wings. But that's some of the things I used to say, you know? The heck you so happy for? Why are you smiling? See, misery, if somebody miserable, they don't want you to be happy. This peanut butter is so good. Honey, you got to get you some. You know it's good when your ears start itching. This peanut butter is so good. When they said naturally delicious, they wasn't kidding. They wasn't lying. They wasn't Justin's. You wasn't lying when you said that. So good. Now, we're gonna blend. I'm gonna blend this up. So, honey, you may want to close your ears real quick. Got our glass, our fancy pantsy mancy glass. Honey, you better get you one. Get you one of these. You ain't gotta be, plain Jane, do what everybody else do. Everybody got that mason jar and stuff. I said, no, you want to be different. You don't want to be like everybody else. You be like everybody else, you're gonna get what everybody else had. Okay. Hey Tracy, peace here, baby. Peace here. This is how I remembered it. Tracy, I'm doing better than great. Better than great. In the words of Les Brown, better than most. Better than great, better than most. And in the words of Dave Ramsey, what do you say? I'm doing better than I deserve. Now, I don't know about that one. That one, I don't know about. Better than you deserve. I don't know about that one, Dave. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay. So we're going to do this video real quick because I'm going over to the Dollar Tree in a few minutes, okay? And then I got to come back home and cook my children some. So this is, one of the beautiful things about being able to work. Not work, okay? I really, because when I say work, some people may think that I'm talking about going into clock, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you're doing the thing that you absolutely love to do. That's what I'm talking about. Because it gives you so much life. That's one. And then two, you have so much energy. Remember, it's not that people don't have energy. That's a wrong, and that's a misconception. We all have energy. They just not releasing their energy. Okay, they keep their energy bottled up. They not releasing it. Now, another thing that I had got, so this is for, I'm making today Alfredo, right? Like salmon with Alfredo. So I had got the Parmesan cheese, okay? Got some chives, and let me tell you something. When I go to supermarkets and stuff like that, I don't know about the next person, but I love trying different things. Listen, don't come with me. People who don't like to live, okay? They always ask questions like, have you ever tried that before? Why are you getting that? Listen, don't ask me, Linda, why I'm getting that. Okay. I like trying different things. I don't like doing the same thing each and every day. Okay. That's just something in me. And I think my mother said, my father was just like that. Okay. He would try different, I think go to the supermarket and get different things. I like trying different things. Okay. So I had got some chives. Now I tried chives before, child. Okay. Then I got some thyme. Do you guys cook with herbs? Okay, honey, let me tell you something. If you not, you better. Okay. The flavor of your food tastes so much better. Now I did get some garlic. Now this garlic was like $2 something. Okay. And then I seen that the Dollar Tree. ShopRite, they had another thing of garlic that I've been getting, and it was soybean garlic. I mean, garlic and soybean or something. So I said, you know what? Let me get the garlic in the water. Okay. Then I had got some Bell and Basket. Do you guys use this brand? Let me know in the comment section. Honey, this is an interaction. Okay. This is an interaction. Wait, because I was going to say, I know the devil is a liar because I know I brought these eggs. Now, these eggs, oh my goodness, the hard-boiled eggs that's boiled already, absolutely love these. Okay, my children, they would eat the whole bag. It's only like 6 in there. But then I also go in and buy the regular eggs as well. Okay, and then I also had got some heavy whipping cream. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. And then I had got some lemongrass. All right. Now lemongrass is really, really good. Lemongrass and soap and stuff like that is really, really good. So I got lemongrass to paste. So I could put a little in a pasta. Okay. And some cilantro. Oh my goodness. Cilantro is so good. Stomach, anything, cilantro is good. Okay. No, yeah, cilantro is really, really good. I didn't know if that was the cilantro. So we got the chives, thyme, cilantro, and rosemary. So good in the lemongrass. Now, let me tell you guys this. All right. Now I had got this download earlier today. when I was coming from ShopRite. It was this guy who, when I was walking, he was first, I was on my phone so I could upload a million videos today. Okay, upload them to TikTok, Facebook, and of course on YouTube on here. And it was a guy who was in his truck, and it's something about when you operate in your feminine energy. Okay. It's something about when you operate in your feminine energy. Now, I didn't know before that's what this is, but it's something about when you operate in your feminine energy. So I was walking, and this guy, he was in his truck. And at first, I looked at him, and then I looked at the light as if to say, you could go, right? Like the light, is turning green, brother, right? And so he rolled his window down, and he said, someone as beautiful as you, like I can't go, or something like that, something along those words, right? And I said, smiled at him, and I said, thank you. And I kept walking. Well, 2 blocks later, okay, now I'm still uploading and stuff like that. And then I see the brother come down another block. So I said, is either he was looking to see exactly where I was, okay, or he just magically just happened to come down 2 blocks later and then see me on the same block. Now, some of you guys may be like, girl, you better be scared of it. I don't fear stuff like that. Okay. Let me tell you something. Okay. What you constantly put out into the ether, right? When you are afraid of certain things, you going to attract it. So when you have, I knew this person. I knew this person that would watch 40, I think it's 48 Hours. You know that killing show? I don't even know if they still have that on. I tell you guys, I barely watch TV. But I knew, and last night, you know what? Not for nothing. Last night I was in my room watching this movie on Prime with Nicole Kidman. I said, you know what? I couldn't even get it. I couldn't get it. Certain things. I turned that off and start listening to Reverend Ike. I said, I can't get into this. Okay. That's something else you will start noticing. When you start listening to a lot of personal development, you start doing the work on yourself and stuff like that, you will start noticing like things that you will once use to escape reality. You don't use those things. And it's not that, you trying to be better than people or whatever it is like that or anything like that. It's just things that you used to turn to. You prefer to put something else into the subconscious mind as opposed to some trash. Okay. Now I do watch Reacher. Okay. I did watch Reacher. Reacher is really good. I like Reacher. Okay. The series on Prime. But watching TV all day, that's just not that's just not in the cards for me. Now, before, honey, you couldn't tell me nothing about no Lifetime Movie Network. Okay, I would watch that thing like it was going at its tail all day long. After I come from work, watch Lifetime Movie Network, and then wonder why my life was the way it was. A hot mess, okay? That's exactly how it was, a hot mess, all right? So I know a person, they would watch 48, they would watch the news, they would watch stuff about, gossiping, all these different things. And then they would wonder why they would feel the way they felt. You got to be mindful what you're being entertained by. I know it's all fun and games, Kiki and Kaka and all this other stuff, Kiki and you think it's so funny, you being entertained by certain things. But honey, you better be mindful about what you being entertained by. I told you guys, my son, he has a large platform on TikTok. And once upon a time, I was watching him. But some of the things that he talk about, I'm not in alignment with that stuff that he talk about, so I stopped following him. Stop following him. It's nothing personal. I mean, he know where I stand with, some of the things and stuff like that. And some may say, well, you do it to support, You do it to support them. You do it so you mean to tell me you are willing to be around somebody. I see that's where you and I are different. That's where right there. So you mean to tell me, and it all goes back to people pleasing. It all goes back to self-image. We done talked about self-image so many times. It all goes back to that. You are willing to do things for people, even though, and I don't want to say you're not in alignment with it, because you have to be in alignment with it somewhat if you are willing to compromise your mindset or compromise stuff going into your subconscious mind just so you can be like, just so you can say, oh, I support them. Man, I love my son to the life of me, but I won't watch him on TikTok. And if anybody felt the same way, if anybody felt the same way, like if they came across my channel, my family members, in fact, a lot of my families, a lot of my family members, they don't watch my content because things that I have said about the family. And you get to a point where as though you don't care. Like when sometimes, and like people when you speak truth, is offensive. It's offensive because this image. Like I remember my son did a video on YouTube about me. But he did take accountability, so that was a good thing. But he did a video about me, and then I saw it, I seen the video and I said, oh, how dare he? Right? But then later on, I said, that's his perception. That's his perception. And me and my son, I mean, we really, really close. Like me and my son, my oldest son, we really, really close. Now, all my children, I love all my children to the life of me. Okay. But something with the accountability part. Like he's not making excuses. Now sometimes he may call me and say some things, and I gotta, like the other day he called me and he said, oh, let me tell you about this job. And he was telling me, and I said, listen, it's not the job, it's you. Okay. You gotta be willing to say certain stuff and be willing to receive it too. It's times my children said stuff, certain things about me that I, like this morning, my two youngest children, here we walking. And I said something to my youngest daughter. And she said something, honey, that damn near knocked my damn shoes off, because I said, who you talking to? We outside, we going to the school, and she said something, I can't think of what she said, and I honey, the ego was fully out. Okay, when she said I said, who you talking to? Right? And then my youngest son he said something like in agreement with her, and I said, what? right. And then I understood where they was coming from. Okay. Basically, they was saying, sometimes you just say anything. That's pretty much what they were saying. Okay. And I know, even in my past life regression, when I had got it done, one of the things that was said was the way my delivery is. Sometimes it can be harsh. But I mean, well, okay. Even when I'm doing videos and stuff, it's not for me to come off hard. I mean, well, now the way the person take it, that's something completely different. But I mean, well, because I want you to win. That's why. Okay. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not finna walk on no eggshells. Okay. I'm not going to say it politically correct or whatever it is like that, because you can't stand a little authority when someone is talking. because you sensitive. And one of the books, and I always refer back to this book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Okay. Take nothing personally. And when people, and it also says, be impeccable with your words. And when you say something and somebody take it offensive, that has not, and I used to be like, why? That has nothing to do with you. If you deliver a message and a person take it offensive, that has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with them and where they currently are right now. Now, I'm not saying that I be, cursing the people out and stuff and, delivering my message like that. Sometimes I may, do some cursing, sometimes, sometimes my children they say, why do you gotta curse? I mean, not at them, but if I see something, I may put some words in there. Okay. And my videos when I first started doing social media, oh gosh, child. Okay, my mother, she used to say, Dina, why you gotta curse like that? All right. All right. So, the moral of the story is, okay, let me come in for a landing because I got to get ready to go. The moral of the story is, one, okay, are you willing to show up? That was the first thing that I started off with. When your intuition is telling you to do certain things, are you willing to do it? When your intuition is telling you to go up to strangers and ask them, do they have a social media account? Okay. Are they on social media and you don't know this person from a milk carton? Are you willing? Okay. That's one. Two, don't be offensive by what other people say about you. Okay? Because it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. Three, when you are delivering something, a message or whatever, don't be so concerned on how somebody else takes it, because that has nothing to do with you. Because you could mean it in a kindest, loving way, and they may take it like, oh, this person is being disrespectful. But that has nothing to do with you. Again, that is a dumb thing. Okay, and a great book is Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Be impeccable with your words, okay? And take nothing, and I do mean nothing, take nothing personally. That would be the ego, the false self that is telling you to be pissed off with these people, that is telling you, oh, this person bet not try me. All of that is ego. All of that, oh, this person gonna learn today, ego. Oh, this person, they gonna put my name in their mouth, ego. This person, you know what? They bet not lie on me. If the person is a liar, my love, Dollface, Sugarfoot. If the person is a liar, what else do you expect them to do? If you know that this person lies and you have the audacity to say, this person bet not lie on me, what gives you the right? I remember, let me get this egg. Let me get this egg. Okay, I'll be on here a few more minutes and then go to Dollar Tree, okay? Let me just go on and get this egg, okay? And no, I'm not finna wash it off. So I gotta, now the perfectionist part of me would be like, girl, rinse that off. You want here. Okay? Why should I do that if I wouldn't do it if I was off a year? Honey, that don't make sense. Come on. Now, let's get back to what we was talking about. Now, what was I saying? I done darn forgot. What was I saying? Damn it, I was coming up with something really good. Hold on, child. Honey, this video done turned into from a smoothie to eating. 1 second. Now, I never tried this like this before. But let's see. Oh, shoot. You know what I love eating? Pepperoncinis. I think that's how you pronounce them. Oh, my goodness. They so good. You see, I went to, but that wasn't on the list. That's why I didn't get them. I went right to ShopRite, and then I did get some, but that's neither here nor there, child. Honey, abundance is your birthright, okay? All right? Now, this is some Parmesan cheese. I wonder how this would taste. That hits. Now, I'm on the little dry side, but wait 1 second. You know what hot sauce is good? This is smoked chipotle. Really good. Hold on, child. I'm a little hungry. As you can see. Okay, 1 second. That's good. Now, I bought these eggs for my children. But it's 6 in here. I mean, it was 6. It's 4 now. But then, when I buy those eggs, I didn't go ahead and buy these eggs. Okay? I got these eggs. I remember when I was doing a plant-based thing. And I used to feel like, oh, I could never. I can't eat that. You know? Or the superstition. You know, that's why you got to question everything. Tracy, you remember when I was on here saying, you can't eat that. You can't do this. You know? And then I had this guy who was like, that is not true with the meat. And it's all according to what you believe. And I got upset. You know, I was a little upset with that guy. Okay? You know, because he was voicing what he believed. And that's another thing. You know, if you upset by what somebody else believes, let me tell you something. You feel like something, what they saying is true. Now, I done put some hot sauce on here. I done put some deli dressing, okay? On here, some hot sauce, some salt. And then I'm going to go in with some Parmesan. Okay, let's see. That hit. That was good. Now, I done forgot what I was going to tell you guys. And since I done forgot, I'm about to go to Dollar Tree. So I'm about to catch you good folks on the next one. Listen. Question everything. Don't just be going along with stuff. It's a great book by Dr. Joseph Murphy, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And in that book, he talks about superstition. And all the superstitions and all the, things that society say, you ought to be afraid of, all these different things, okay? How you not gonna go? And I remember, one day I was listening to Dr. Joseph Murphy. Of course, it was an older video, because Dr. Joseph Murphy passed away, but it was a really older video. And one of the things in that video was that Dr. Joseph Murphy, knew a guy that did everything that society would say that he would have bad health. Honey, he smoked almost a pack of cigarettes a day. He ate whatever it is he wanted to eat. And Dr. Joseph Murphy asked him, like, how is it that you have like good health? And he said, because he don't stress over nothing. He don't stress over anything. So I say that to say this, because there's even some people who eat very healthy. I was listening to Kevin Tredone, and Kevin Tredone was with the Brotherhood, okay, the elite, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, okay? And I remember one of the things Kevin Tredone said, he said that it was, and he has a YouTube channel too. He said that it was a retreat that he had went to. And at this retreat, the retreat, you get away from pretty much the noise, the hustle and bustle, like, you go somewhere to relax and stuff like that, to clean out your system and all these different things. And one of the things he said was that it was people there that ate so healthy. They was vegan. They was, all these different things. They didn't eat meat, and on and on and on. And he said some of them had cancer. And he said one of the, I guess the guy who owned the place, the retreat or the wellness center, whatever, asked him, because they was familiar with him. He said, asked him, like, could you speak to these, to these people, because you know better, not better than them, but you know. And one of the things he said he asked them was, who is it that you have not forgiven or forgave, whatever, who didn't you forgive? Okay. And the people, they had people that, whether it was a business partner, whether it was a husband, that divorced them, they had all this trauma in them. And he got the video up right now on his YouTube channel, Kevin Tredone Show. Okay, T-R-E, is it T-R-E? D-U-E-A, something like that. Kevin Tredone. Just say it, Kevin Tredone. Okay, it'll come up. And he was saying, it was people that was there at the center was saying, oh, they'll never forgive the person. Like they was like livid, like these people, I never forgive them, they done did me so wrong. And grief. And grief. And grief. And grief. Yeah. Hatred, grief, all of those things. Okay, all of those things, because it stays in the body. And one of the things that in Dr. Joseph Murphy book, one of the things he talks about is the atoms and the neutrons and stuff like that. And he even goes so far as, if you're not earning money, there's something wrong with you. Like if you in poverty or living paycheck to paycheck or whatever, he goes as far as to say that there's like you at an alignment. Like you not in harmony with the money frequency. That's how far it is, right? And so when I was listening to Kevin Tredone, because sometimes we listen to people and we think that, oh, well, this is what I remember I was going to the gym, right? In this gym, it wasn't Planet Fitness. It wasn't one of those types, okay? Although I did Planet Fitness, ain't nothing wrong with Planet Fitness, $10 a month, okay? But I just want more for myself. I'm going to LA Fitness, okay? I'm getting a membership for LA Fitness. I just want more for myself, okay? You got to want more for you. So I was at this gym, became a member, and one of the things that I absolutely love doing at the gym is cycling, okay? Doing the bikes. Absolutely love it. Okay, so it was, I had an instructor, her name was May. Phenomenal. Absolutely loved May. Now, when I first met May, I was doing Uber, and May had booked a Uber ride. And I see her come into the car, all right, this Asian girl, and arm full of tattoos. Okay, sleeve, honey. I mean, the sleeve is covered in tattoos. And I just said, this is not your typical Asian, right? That's what I said. If I'm being honest, that's what I said. I said, this is not your typical Asian. Her arm is tatted up. Okay, her whole arm, her whole sleeve done. And me and May started talking. We became really cool. And I remember she had, while I was driving her, she said, oh, I'm an instructor at the gym. And I said, oh, that's cool. And she was like, because I was telling her at that time I was doing cacao powder, I was doing spirulina, I was doing maca powder, I was doing all these different powders and whatever it was, right? And at that time, I was doing watercress, arugula, I was doing all of that, right? And she was like, oh, you should see. She was like, you can be like the nutritionist at the gym. And I was like, I like my time. And I don't think that's really what it was. I think that I felt like I wasn't good enough to be there. Okay, if I'm being honest. Okay, see, you got to know these things about yourself, right? And well, that was one. And then also I did like my time. I didn't want to be on nobody else's time, nobody else's schedule. I didn't want to have to commit to, oh, you got to be at work at a certain time. That's just not for me. Okay, I have a free flowing spirit. That just was not for me. Even when I started doing Uber and stuff like that, it was fun and stuff like that. But then I started seeing, oh, this, I don't know about this. Okay, so anywho, and everything is according to what you believe and what you accept to be true. Okay, it's you may say, but no, it's true. It's true. I know people that this has happened to. Yeah, it may be true because you have accepted that reality as true. Remember, there's no such thing as reality. It's just perception. Okay, what you perceive to be. And so I was, doing a cycling class and stuff like that. And it was a few women after the cycling class. We had went to the sauna, right? And we were sitting in there high, and I, we started talking about health. And I was like, oh, well, that's how you get, if you eat meat and stuff like that, that's what happened to you. You get cancer and all this other stuff and whatever it is like that. And one of the ladies said, That's not true. And when that lady said that, okay, when that lady said that was not true, see, the reason why you be wanting to attack people, okay, or the reason you get upset with people is because they don't believe what you believe, and that is all ego. Okay, she didn't accept it. And you gotta ask yourself, well, why am I accepting this? Okay, why do I accept certain things? And you may be like, oh well, all these studies shows it, all of this shows it, all of this, all of this, all of this. But just because it shows it, that does not mean that it's true. Now you can see trillions of. Let me tell you something. Prime example. I went to the bank the other day, right? And I'm there, and it was I needed to open up an account. And this lady, so me and my oldest daughter, we had an account before. I had set up an account for her so she can have an account. And it was like a joint account. And so when I went to the bank, they was telling me all this stuff, oh, something had happened, supposedly my oldest daughter, I don't know if she tried to deposit this check or what, but it was new to me. I didn't even know what was going on. Okay. Only thing I know that they sent me a check, like the balance from the account, and they closed it. I didn't know, why they closed. I didn't know. So when I went to the bank, to open up an account, the lady was like, oh, you can't, there's a block like with this bank for you. And I said, a block? Honey, I didn't even know what the heck was going on. So she said, yeah. I said, what you mean a block? She said, oh, there's a block on the account because, somebody tried to deposit a check and they wasn't on that account. So I said, I don't know nothing about that. So I said, the only one, I could think of, me and my daughter, we had the account together. So I don't know. So she said, well, you can call loss prevention. Let me tell you something. I don't accept other people's beliefs. Like, when they say my awareness is not their awareness. So when they say certain things like, oh, it won't happen for you, or it can't happen, and because all this fool, I don't accept that. Okay, I keep on going. Okay. I keep on going. I keep on persevering. Okay. I persist. Okay. I keep on persisting until it happens. Okay. All right. You think with these videos is something, I keep on going. So, so she said, oh, this is a number you could call. I think loss prevention is something of it, whatever it is like this. So I said, all right, then. So I get outside. I have the number, and instantly I get a download. Call the number now. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And so I calls the number. So the lady gets on the phone and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm trying to, I was opening up an account. I don't like saying trying, but I'm opening up an account. And the lady at the bank, the teller, she's telling me that, I can't, or whatever it is, because something happened, whatever. So she was like, they could ride past that. She looked into the account. Of course, I gave her my information. She said they could ride past that because that wasn't on your end. That was on your daughter's end, right? Because I said me and my daughter had an account with her. So she said that wasn't with you. That was on your daughter's, and she said they could override it. So I probably got like 2 blocks away. I turned right back around and went back to the bank. Okay. So the lady that I was originally supposed to see, okay, this other teller, she's telling me, oh no, they're not going to be able to do that. Right? This was the lady, and I'm glad I didn't, pretty much have her. You see how God works? God's like, this person don't believe. Let me send you to the other person. All right. So she's like, oh, she comes in the office. She's talking to the, other lady about something else. And then she was like, the lady was like, oh, I'm opening up this account. She explained to her what was going on. And this lady, she's like, oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, you're going to have to wait. Now, mind you, loss prevention just said that the account is going to be, she says, oh, because I had somebody yesterday who tried to open up an account, same exact situation, and they wouldn't let him. I said, it'll work. I just tell it to them. I say, it'll work. Even I had a lawyer, okay? She was saying, was she coming with I said, it'll work. Like, I got to tell her, listen, you're doing your job, but listen, don't try to tell me it's not. I don't care what the law says. It's going to work, okay? You don't know who I'm working with. So, lady, do your job. Okay, all right. So, what wound up happening was the lady said, "Oh yeah, we able to open up the account." But imagine if I would have took that other lady belief, right? The self-awareness. Okay? I know who I am. I know what I'm working with. Don't tell me it's not going to work. Well, you can say that, but I don't adapt that belief. And so she said that. Okay? And then and I said, it'll work. You know, you gotta look at these people when they be telling all that, saying all that stuff to you. Now, of course, you really have to believe it and work, you know. So I just look at them and I do a slight smile and I say, it'll work. I look at them, child. I'm telling you, when you have faith, oh my goodness, things just changed drastically. Okay, they just changed, child. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, that's why you got to know who you are. Okay, you gotta know, you gotta know. Because if not, whenever somebody tell you it's not gonna work or it's not gonna happen for you, if you don't know who you are, you'll be like, yeah, you'll agree with that. I don't agree with nobody's limitations. Let me say it again. I don't agree with no one's limitations. I don't care. I don't agree with the limitations. You have to have so much faith, okay? You have to have so much faith that even if it's written on paper, you have to say, I don't agree with this. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to accept things. If it's not something that you want to show up in your life, why are you accepting it? And you accept it once you start getting angry, once you start getting upset, okay? Once you deem that to be what it is, that's exactly what it shall be. When you see things, you say, I'm not gonna accept this. Like when I got those tickets, it was like, well, how many tickets? I don't know. I know it was like six or 8 points or something for my license. I said, I got those tickets in the mail. I said, I don't accept this. And I damn sure didn't accept it. And I got a lawyer. Okay. I did get a lawyer. And that lawyer, she was saying, I said, things gonna work out. And she was, at one point, she was a little shaky. She was saying, well, I'm waiting for discovery and all this other stuff. And I said, it's going to work out. I got to tell the lawyer. I got to tell the lawyer. I said, it's going to work out. And she was a little shaky. And then when I had that court date and went before the judge, it was on Zoom, went before the judge. And the court date been postponed so many times, but went before the judge and a cop came up and he looked at me, okay, and went off, turned the camera off. I didn't know what was going on, and came back and said, I never seen this lady. When you have faith, and it got thrown out. That's the type of faith. You have to believe. You have to know that God is working through you. Because once you know that, you are bigger than anything, any materialized thing that's outside your existence. You are bigger than that. I got from Reverend Ike, you are bigger than any materiality or something like that. Okay. You are bigger than anything outside you. But if you don't know that, you're going to fold. And the reason you fold is because your faith. Now, your faith, it will be tested. Me doing these videos, it was times where as though I'm like, come on, God, like, what's going on? What's going on? But then I had to take accountability and responsibility too. And that's another thing. You got to be out here. You got to take accountability and responsibility. You know, so many people, oh, God did this. You know, the devil made me do it, and all this other stuff. Because they want to blame they want to blame anything outside them. Because, my God, to take accountability and say it's because of you. Oh, child. Why do that when you can blame and say it's because of all these people? When you can say they the reason why I'm not where I desire to be. No, they not. You the reason. You gotta take accountability. You know you ain't showing up. You know you. What time is it? Hold on. Oh shoot. Honey, my phone percentage is on 12%. I gotta go to Dollar Tree. It's like 10 something. But you know you ain't showing up. You know you ain't doing what you ought to be doing. Come on now. You gotta be honest with yourself. Be honest. Stop lying. That's the only way it's gonna change. You have to be honest. You gotta tell yourself the truth. Okay? You gotta tell yourself the truth. Now remember what I said, I would get so many downloads, and I get the downloads, okay, all throughout the day. Sometimes so much downloads. And when you see me making the videos, that's because of all the downloads. And there's times where as though when I'm listening to personal development, I got to turn it off because the downloads, they just keep on coming. And remind you, I'm uploading on all 3 platforms. So I'm doing TikTok, YouTube, and on Facebook. So I'm uploading everywhere. And the downloads come so quick where as though the phone isn't processing quick enough, because when I'm uploading, it's like another download coming, and then I gotta update. So don't tell me that you don't have ideas, that God isn't giving you ideas and all this other stuff. No, when you are acting on the ideas, you get many other ideas. Remember, what you don't use, you lose. Let me say it again. You're not willing to use it, so you're losing it. That gift, you know, Jesus said, and I don't know the Bible word for word, but it was a story about the what was it, parabens or something like that, where so he gave the people like gifts or something, and one of them used it, and the other 2 they didn't use the gift, right? So what happened was those 2, they gifts got to the next person, went to the next person, okay? So you gotta and a lot of people get upset and say, oh well, this person's successful. They don't deserve to be successful. Evidently they do. Because if they didn't deserve to be successful, you know, they wouldn't be successful. And that's all a self-image thing. My oldest son came to me the other day. When I'm telling him about his job, he telling me about the job and how the job is and stuff like that. I said, let me tell you something, it's because of you. Okay. Now you can blame it on that job all you want to, it's because of you. I said, you got to do better. You do better, your whole life is going to start changing for the better. You got to do better, though. And I'm willing to take that. You know, I'm willing, because I don't just say things. I live what I say. And I told him, I said, you got to do better. Awareness, self-awareness. You got to do better. The reason why you feel that way is deep down inside, you're not showing up the way you're supposed to show up. You saying, it's the job forks and all this other stuff. See, I used to be one of those. I used to say it's the bank fork. Okay, then go to the next bank and notice the same exact thing was happening. Okay, overdrafting and everything like that, and say, oh, it's the bank's fork. Okay, how are you saying it's the bank fork when you're not responsible? See, you got to be willing to tell yourself the truth. Going from one provider to the next, saying, oh, it's, you know, they or something. Take accountability. You got to take accountability. And so I'm talking to him, and he telling me, you know, all this other stuff, whatever it was like that. And one of the things he said to me, well, how is it the crooks? Said, I got something for her. She telling me all this mess right here. How is it that the crooks get rich? That's what he said to me. The people, those scammers. I'm telling him about what he not doing on his job. And he said, only thing I want to get to this money. I said, well, you can get to the money. Okay. I said, but you better change. Listen, I gave you the program and you got to change it. It don't work. It's outdated. It's faulty. It's wish-washy. It don't work. Okay. It's back into the 1900s. You got to get rid of it. Okay. He telling me, saying to me, well, how come those scammers get rich? How come the crooks get rich? That's what he told me, right? And one of the things I told him, I said, let me tell you something. I said, let me tell you something, okay? You know why those scammers and crooks get rich? And y'all can say whatever it is that y'all want to say. Oh, this person ripped these people off and others and things like that. But they believe in themselves. They believe in what they do. And that's why they do it. They don't have that self-image that they don't deserve it. They have the self-image that they deserve it. And that's exactly why they do it. Now, I'm not saying it's right or whatever it is. And one of the things that you do have to understand is there's no right or wrong in this here universe. It's just error. Because somebody else's right could be your wrong, and somebody else's wrong could be your right. But they see it. They see it for themselves. They confident. You think they would be doing it if they wasn't confident? They confident. They see it for themselves. And that's the same as that concept. You have to see it for yourself. Now, I'm not telling you to go. I'm quite sure you guys know me by now. Okay. I'm not saying to go against your morals and integrity. But what I am saying is you better start seeing it for yourself. Some of you guys, you have business ideas. You haven't opened that business. In fact, some of you guys, you write out a business plan. You haven't acted on that business plan since you wrote out what it was that you was going to do for that business. And then you're saying why your life won't change. God gave you an idea, but you listening to the ego. You listening to in the words of Missy Allen Viazin, you listening to the committee telling you why you shouldn't do it. You're not good enough. You don't deserve it. You only finished school, the 8th grade, all this stuff. Oh, you dropped out in the 7th grade. You listening to all that. God is not checking to see if you finished school or not. Because your gift is bigger than school. Let me say that again. Oh, child. You know, sometimes when I make these videos, I'll be like, Dina, you know they're going to get you now. Oh, yesterday I was on TikTok. I made this video. I said, girl, you know, it was a highlight. And I was talking about college. I said, girl, you know, they going to get you now. You know, they going to come with those comments, girl. Okay. But you gotta stand for something. Okay. If you're not willing to speak the truth or your truth, whatever, guess what? Somebody could be feeling the same exact way. And they can be looking for an answer, and God give you that answer, that delivery for you to say it, and you won't say it. Don't you know that's not for you? That's for somebody else. And some of you guys feel like what you going through, you take it so personal. Oh, what I'm going through, you know. Oh, it's so this is that. It's not even for you. It's not even for you. It's for you to come up out of it and let the next person know, you know, you got this. You gonna come up out of that. You ain't gonna stay there. You ain't gotta stay there. But some of you guys, you so egotistical. You take it so personal. Instead of knowing that there's a better way, you keep on focusing on the way that it currently is. There's a much better way, but you keep on saying, well, you know, keep complaining, telling everybody, and that's exactly why you keep getting it. There's a much better way. Just say that to yourself. I know what I'm going through and growing. I like to say growing through. I know what I'm going through and growing through. I know there's a better way. Because there really is a better way. Because there can never be in this here universe one without the other. There can never be a problem without the solution. Never. Never. Because it's law of opposites, okay? So if there's a problem, there has to be a solution. But you focusing so much on the illusionary problem that you can't even begin to think about the solution. You know why? Because in some cases, you're addicted to that. You're addicted to suffering. You may say you not. You may say, no, I'm not addicted. Who wanna suffer? You? Because that's why you keep doing it. And you're so unaware of it. That's why I keep saying you got to get to know yourself. You got to get to know yourself. And this is an ongoing thing. You know, you don't listen to this stuff one time and say, oh, well, I got it. No, because you're going to revert right back. This is an ongoing thing. Renew your mind. You got to renew your mind. I don't know what you thought that was, you know, when you read the Bible or whatever, or even when you heard it. What renew your mind? Renew your mind. All those faulty ideas, all those the doubt and the lies and all these different things. Honey, you got to renew your mind. Do it scared. I don't care if you scared. You see how many times I get on earlier today. I had to get on live. My intuition said get on TikTok live, and I've been on TikTok plenty of times on live. And this morning, get on live. I don't care. I don't feel sorry for people who say, well, I'm a little scared. You better do it. Honey, if you talking to me, I'm gonna say you better do it. I'm not gonna say, oh no, you know, just wait into the I'm not one of those. And I'm gonna tell you exactly. I'm gonna say exactly what it is. You making excuses. You making excuses. You say, oh, I'm tired. Oh, this and that. You making excuses because you don't believe in yourself. That's what I'm gonna say to you. So I don't care. You know, oh, you scared, whatever. I don't care about that. You think I care about that? As many times as I had to face myself and do whatever it was that I was a little afraid of. You think I care about that? And if I'm able to do it, you could do it. So you think I'm gonna say, oh well, maybe you just a little. No, I'm gonna say, listen, if you want your life to change, you will do it. And if you don't do it, I say, yeah, so you don't want your life to change. See, that's the problem. Everything has to be politically correct. Everything has to be hold hand. Everything has to be, you know, don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, walk on eggshells and stuff like that. That's why people don't take action. Because they really have it in their mind. Once the fear leave, that's when they'll do it. The fear ain't never leaving. I'm here to tell you, it ain't. If you feel that way, if you feel, because you listening to somebody else who don't even face themselves, somebody else that don't even do the thing that they know they ought to do. If you listen to somebody else tell you those things, they tell you, oh, wait until the fear leave. You know, don't do it right now. You just a little scared. You don't you dare listen. Well, you just look at their life. You look at their life. If their life is something that you want, if you want to adopt their life, okay. If you like where they are, then you do what they tell you to do. You listen to their advice. But if it's something in you that says, like me, I'm not listening to this person. They don't earn the type of money that I want to earn. They not doing the thing that they want to do, the thing that they desire. They not rocking out to their gifts, their passion, their purpose. I'm not finna listen to them. I'm not listening to them. I'm not taking no advice from them. And I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. Family members, I don't care. I don't care who they are. I don't care what title they have, what label they have. I don't care. I only listen to people that are where I desire to be. Now, I'm not saying you can't get a message, you know, from anybody, or, you know, people don't have good things to say. I do believe that you can learn something from anyone. I do believe that. But when it comes to listening to somebody tell you certain things, right? And it may sound like a contradiction, but listening to somebody tell you certain things far as your life, and I see that they have not lived it, I'm not listening to them. I would be silly to listen to them. And so if you're listening to somebody that's saying, wait until the fear leave, they don't challenge themselves. Because you have to know the fear ain't leaving until you show up and face it. You got to feel those emotions. You got to feel it in order to heal it. You got to go through that. You got to grow through that. And if you're not willing to do those things, guess what? Those things are going to stay. Oh, they ain't finna go nowhere. I don't care how much you've been praying to Buddha, to God. I don't care who you've been praying to. It ain't finna leave. You have to face it. And so if you're listening to people that's telling you things like, you know, some people they make excuses. You know why? Because they make excuses with themselves. So they're going to tell you, when you go to them and say, oh, well, I'm just tired, I don't feel like doing this. They're going to say, girl, take a break. You know, we'll go and get your rest. You know, don't do it. Don't. And they don't even know why they don't show up. They just think that they just don't show up, or they tired, or because it's raining and all of it. You don't understand that it's their self-image of yours. You don't understand that their ego wants you to stay exactly the same. It wants you to stay the same. And so it makes all these different scenarios. It tells you all these different things, make all these false promises, and you just listen to it. And then you give excuses. Oh, not today. You know, I do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, you know what? It's raining today. I ain't going out there. Then the next day. And then you keep, and this is how your life is. You just keep on making excuses. And then when you turn a certain age, the life that you was designed to live, guess what? And that's what they mean when they say, you go to the graveyard with your stuff inside you. All the many things that you could have done if you would have only took the leap out on faith. All the many things. You could have done so many things. Your income could have been 100x. Okay? So many things. But you refuse because you just refuse. You refuse. Whether it's because you want to be a people pleaser, whether it's because you scared what people's perception of you is going to be, whether it's because you don't want to act brand new, people going to call you Hollywood, they're going to say, whether, I don't give a damn what it is. That's exactly why you ain't showing up. You showing up because of your self-image. All those things that they said when you was a kid, you still living out there. You every day, you live that same exact role out. They told you that you wasn't gonna amount to anything, and you fit it. You fit the script so well. You don't do the thing that you was created to do. You work at that job earning, and you know there is more in you, but you work at that job. And I'm not talking to the ones that, you know, you love your job, honey. You love it. You do what works for you. Talking to the ones that always say, you know what, next year my life is gonna be different. No, it's not. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to, and I don't care. Let me tell you something. I don't care about followers. I don't care about likes. I don't care about none of those things. Next year, your life is going to be the same. It's going to be the same exact way. Same exact way. I can almost assure you it's going to be the same exact way. You know why? Because you ain't changed. And you ain't finna change. Not until you start facing yourself. And you can give all the excuses in the world. Your lease, I don't care what excuses. Oh, your lease not up and all this. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Don't care. I don't care nothing about that. You have to face yourself. Stop living other people's perception. They perceived that you wasn't going to amount to nothing because that's what they felt about themselves. See, somebody told them that. You don't understand it? That people can only give you exactly what they have. If somebody see themselves as prosperous, right? Abundant, that they deserve the best of the best, okay? They not gonna tell you you don't deserve the best of the best. Only people who say that is and this is what you have to know. Like, oh, I really hope you get this. I really pray that you get this. People who say what you don't deserve and how you shouldn't have this and stuff like that is because of their perception of themselves. You think they talking to you. I know. You like, Dina, but they said my name. I don't care if they said your name. You're like, Dina, but they know me. No, they don't know you. They know they don't even know themselves. They don't know you. Okay. And you really believe that. You really believe this stuff. You really believe it. And they done told you all these different things, and you just buy it up, even if it was your mama, even if it was your daddy, even if it was your grandmama. I don't care who may have said it. You buy into this mess, this foolishness, and you think that they knew better. But what did God say? I don't give a damn about what they said. I don't care about what they said. What did God say? You listening to these people. These people telling you that you're not worthy of this and that. And you saying, well, they must know. They must know. After all, they've been going to their church for 20, they've been going to church for 20 years. They must know. Listening to God and stuff like that. They've been going to the church for so long. I don't care how long they've been going to the church. And evidently, what church they've been going to? What church they've been going to? Because I don't know what church they've been going to if they telling you that you don't deserve it. And you know what the problem is? This is a problem. It's really no problem, but this is the problem, okay? The problem is you think people are so holier than thou that you listen to these people. Cause you say, oh, they know they've been going to church all their lives. My grandmother told me this. This is what y'all say. My grandmother, and she knew because she had a close connection with God. But what about your connection with God? What about your connection with God? I don't know why my phone doing this. I guess this is a spicy topic. Okay? But you can't listen to these people. You can't be accepting someone else's belief. Especially if it's not serving you. People telling you all day, or they come, they have so many reasons. So many, it ain't gonna work for you because of your skin color. It ain't gonna work for you because of where you went to school at. It ain't gonna work for you because the neighborhood you grew up in. It ain't gonna work for you because you overweight. It ain't gonna work for you because you have children. God darn it, they have more excuse. They can tell you all the reasons why it ain't gonna work. Yo, they could write a book or tell it, and you. I'm laughing because I could just see some of y'all faces, and y'all just suck this stuff up. Y'all just accept this. You accept this. I used to be one of those. But you just accept this. They telling you all, and you're like, yeah. They telling you, no, wait to open that business. God told you to open that business 2 years ago. You still saying, no, I gotta wait. The person, they just came from church. Girl, you better not open that business. And you just like, yeah. Because they came from church and they stockings. Honey, they just came from church and they pantyhose, them brown stockings, okay? Them coffee stockings that they be wearing, okay? And you out here listening to that mess with they hat on, and they telling you, I hope you get the visual. Do you get it? Okay. They got their stockings on, their hat leaning to the side, and they out there, what you call it? I don't know what you call it, but you out here listening to them. Cause you feel that they have a better connection to God than you do. You really believe it. And you accept other people's definition of God. You know, I remember growing up thinking God in the sky. You know, oh, God got to come down and save me now. God got to come down and save me. You know, wait, I got to wait for God. Okay. Until I seen, God darn, you know, checking the watch. When is God coming? When is God coming? God darn, I've been waiting. I've been waiting in the same exact spot. And God is like, move. And I'm just waiting. I'm just sitting here waiting, you know, all dolled up, waiting. Get some more perfume, you know, more bags, more clothes and everything like that. Just waiting. My life, I know it's going to change. You know, I know. But, you know, just waiting. And God is like, you got to do something different. And God is like, you the creator of your reality. You get to create whatever it is that you desire. And I'm here listening to these people. Tell me all these different things. You know, God is in the sky. You know, God is stingy. You know, I was listening to, what's his name? A comedian. Gosh, what is his name? Is it Carl? But he said, how is it? Child, I had to laugh so hard. He said, how is it that God has so much, but then when you go to church, they asking you for money? Like, you know, some of the things he was saying, it was a little funny. You know, it was actually hilarious. And then he said, God sees everything, but God don't see. You know, you have to watch it. It's on YouTube. I don't know his name, but the guy who oh gosh, it was a white guy. I can't think of his name. But anywho, okay. Some of the things you just have to question. Some of the things, like, you know, you tend to put people before you, right? And you feel like, I give these people the shirt off my back. I give them the shirt off my back. I put people before me, and that's the problem. That's it. That's the problem right there. You just said it. I met a lady. I was in Dollar Tree. This lady, you know, I was doing a video, and she said, "Oh my goodness, you know, how you do that?" She said, "I want to do that." I said, "Oh, I just do it." She thought I was on live. I was pre-recording. And she said, then she started telling me about the business plan. That she had a business plan. That's why sometimes I use that, because she said she had a business plan. She had a business plan, I think, for 2 years now, or since 2020, something like that. And I said, so why you ain't act on it? Because every time I go to act on it, you know, something always come up. Exactly. That's exactly how it's gonna be. Oh, let me say this. You thought that when you act on something, you've been thinking all this time that life is gonna stop. Yeah, some of you guys think that. You think that. You like, oh well, life, you know, I got plans now and I got goals now. You know, life is just gonna stop. Life, I'm not gonna experience no pain. I'm not gonna experience no challenges. Oh no. That's not how life is. That is not what's finna happen, honey. You gonna go through it and grow through it, okay? Oh, Jill, you know, Don't think, I hope, let me be very clear when I say this. I am not on here saying that when you make up in your mind that you want your life to change, you're not going to experience anything. I'm not saying it. And I'm also not saying that you're not going to have challenges, because challenges comes with life. The challenges, it pushes us to become the version that we desire to be. Okay. You are here for greatness. You are here to manipulate energy. Okay. So if you have this whole idea in your mind that, oh, because, now I got goals, and now I'm, rocking out to my purpose and passion. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing that. No, you still, life is not finna stop. And that's what she was saying, basically. Oh, every time I go through, and that's why it keep on happening. Because the force self don't want to leave. That part of you, that part of you, the old version of you, it don't want to go. And so every time you go to do something, it sort of try to self-sabotage it. It sort of try to stop you. And if it knows, oh, she gonna give up soon as something don't go her way, she gonna give up. So every time she talk about she gonna open that business, and she take one step towards opening that business, let something else happen. So let's make something else happen. And that's how it go. It goes on and on and on. And that's exactly why you see some people are very successful, because they was able to face themselves. They was able to go through that. They knew. They said, you know what? It rains on the just and the unjust. It rains on the poor. It rains on the rich. Okay. So is no favorites out here. Well, the ones that work with the laws of the universe, it may seem that they are more favorable, but it's not because of their skin color. If you got that notion in your head, that is just jealous, is erroneous. It is wrong. That's not how it gives it up. Okay. It gives it up based upon what your belief is about yourself, your self-image. What is it about yourself? What is it that you believe that you deserve? If you don't think that you deserve a certain amount of money, you ain't gonna have it. This is what I mean when I say you're not gonna have it. You're not gonna do what you know you need to do. And so many people say, I don't know what stop saying you do know. Because all of us get downloads. All of us, the intuition is talking. All of it. We all get it. We all hear it. You know what to do. You just don't do it. And you don't do it because of the same reason back, your self-image. The programming. You focusing on all the failures, all the time that you didn't succeed, all the times that you failed. You focusing on it. As opposed to focusing on all the times that you did win, all the times that you did hit those goals. You need to focus on it. Because if you was able to do it once, you can do it again and again and again. And that's why you see some successful people, like they lose everything, right? They lose all their money and stuff like that. It appears to be a loss, but but they get it right back. Why do they get it right back? Self-awareness. I was listening to Reverend Ike the other day too, and one of the things he said, we are all created in potentiality, but we're not all created in awareness. Like, yeah, we all have potential, unlimited potential, but awareness, self-awareness, not all of us have. Not all of us know exactly why we do what we do. Not all of us are willing to get to know ourselves. Not everybody. And that's why, you hear some people say, well, it should be so equal. I remember listening to Jim Rohn a few years ago, and he said, you hear all these people say it should be so equal. It ought to be more fair. And it's told that if you divide all the money in the world amongst everyone, it'll wind right back up in the same exact hands of the wealthy. And when he said that, I didn't understand it. Why is that? See, you need to question things. Why would it wind up all back in the wealthy? Now, some people may say, oh, because they crooks. No, it's not because of that. It's because of their self-awareness. It's because of their self-awareness. What they know about themselves. That's why. And as long as you make all these excuses, then you say, oh, it's because of this. All those excuses. You will not wind up where you desire to be, driving a car that you desire to drive, living in the home you desire to live in, earning the amount of money you desire to earn. And so much with the people that says, oh, but you can't take it with you. It's people that say that, oh, but you can't take. Listen, okay, nobody said you can take it with you. But while you are on this physical plane, I think it's best to say that you ought to be living the best life. I think it's best for you to think highly of yourself and say, you know what, I deserve more. Some people say, oh, well, I'm enough just the way I am. And I don't, okay. Listen, I don't argue with people. I don't argue. I don't go back and forth with them because they right. They right. And although it may not be bringing them exactly what it is that they desire for their lives, they are right. And so with that being said, I love you guys. I catch you guys on the next one. I got to go to Dollar Tree and see what they got for you and me. All right. Until next time, I don't even know what my phone is on. Hold on. Ooh, chill, 5%. All right. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Keep rocking out. Believing in yourselves. Keep going and growing. Until next time. Peace. Make sure you guys are sharing the video. Okay. Some interaction. All right. Okay. Set the algorithm off. With that being said, peace.